A very good afternoon, students. Welcome to the 26th session of elective business management. It's time to discuss about advertisements. As now one by one I'll be discussing the promotional tools, as we have completed everything that is related to the promotion mix. Now I'll discuss promotional tools. First I'll be starting with the advertisements. Now we'll discuss what is advertising, definition, importance of and types of advertisements. Now students, as you all know that advertising is one of the important promotional tools that the company can use, not even national but in a global, that is international market too. Fine. And the company have a total planning and controlling. That means the company can plan the message, can control the message by their own, because it is done and sponsored through the company itself. And advertisement is a tool of mass communication, so it can reach to the number of people. It is quick also, it is low cost, sometimes it is costly, but it can be adjusted as various types of media is available in the market. And specifically advertising tool that can be used to reach to demographic and socio-economic features, because the television generally and the advertisements generally, it will be seen and listened by the number of people whosoever is of age, income, gender, whatever will be. So it's have a socio-economic and demographic people, નાના માણસોથી લઈને મોટા માણસો, બરાબર, બાળકોથી લઈને ઘરડા, ફાઇન, મેલ હોય કે ફિમેલ, બધા જ એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ્સ જોતા જ હોય, વાંચતા જ હોય, રેફર કરતા જ હોય. એટલે it has a socio-economic features, and modern age, you all know, is the age of advertisements. Fine. You are seeing the chart on the screen that shows the key decision areas, that is five M's of advertising. The first one is mission, that is advertising objectives. Generally the main goal of advertising is to promote the sales or increase the sales, that is advertising objective. So what will be the advertising objective? Normal promotion mixed objectives are there with the advertising objectives. It's a very common, as advertising is one of the tool of promotion mix. Fine. The second will be deciding on the budget of the advertising, that is money, because every advertisement that the company is executing, it bear the cost. Company should pay for it. Free of ક્યારે advertisements ન થાય students. So it is costly tool, and that's why the company should have to bear expense of it. So the company should have to frame the budget of the advertising. Next will be the company should have to generate the message of the advertisements, which contain the slogan, logo, and other information related to the products and its technicalities. Fine. So company should have to generate the message. Next will be media is required to reach to the people, because advertising is executed in different media. So as newspapers, television, radio, hoardings, posters, there are so many medias of the advertisement, students. And finally the advertisement is measured. The effectiveness of the advertising is measured, એટલે advertisement ની effectiveness measure થાય, માપી શકાય in terms of whether it is effective or not. કારણ કે કંપની જે કાંઈ પણ ખર્ચો કરે એ કંપની મેઝર કરે, મૂલ્યાંકન કરે જ કે એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગથી કંપનીને ફાયદો થયો છે કે નહીં. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગની ઇમ્પેક્ટ કસ્ટમર્સ ઉપર કેટલી પડી, સેલ્સ કેટલું વધ્યું, કંપનીનું બ્રાન્ડ નેમ, કંપનીની બ્રાન્ડ ઇમેજ, કંપનીની ઇમેજ કેટલી ઇન્ક્રીઝ થઈ. Fine. This all can be measured in terms of impact of advertisement or effectiveness of the advertisements in terms of the measurement. So these are 5 M's of advertising, students. Now we'll discuss the definition according to Frank Presby. Advertising is a printed, written, oral and illustrated art of selling. Printed, written, oral and illustrated. Printed at newspapers at IV, students. Written newspapers at IV, written posters आया, hoardings आया, oral radio, illustrated radio, television બધું જ આવી જાય. So its objective is to increase the sales of the products and to create in the minds of the people, because some of the brands will recall through the advertisements. આપણે એ particular brandની એ પ્રોડક્ટની એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ યાદ રહી જાય છે, એટલી બહુ ફાઇન ટ્યુનમાં ક્રિએટિવ વેમાં બનાવેલી હોય સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ. Fine. And this is individually or collectively an impression in the favor of the advertiser's interest. Now according to Kotler, advertising is any paid form. હા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ બહુ જ જરૂરી છે, એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ પેડ ફોર્મમાં જો એ કંપની પે કરે છે એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ કરવા માટે, અને ઇટ ઇઝ નોન પર્સનલ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન. આ એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ ક્યારે કોઈ એક વ્યક્તિ, કોઈ એક ગ્રુપ ઓફ પીપલ એટલે ટીમ માટે કે કોઈ ધર્મ, જાતિ, કોઈ સમાજ માટે નથી. એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ નોન પર્સનલ છે. ઇટ ઇઝ નોટ પિન પોઇન્ટિંગ ટુ પર્સન. નોન પર્સનલ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન એન્ડ promotion of goods services, promotion of goods and services or ideas by an identified sponsor. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ આવે એટલે એ એડવર્ટાઇઝ કોની છે, કઈ કંપનીની છે, કઈ પ્રોડક્ટની છે, કઈ બ્રાન્ડની છે, એનો સ્પોન્સરર કોણ છે એની સાથે આવે જ, કારણ કે પેડ ફોર્મમાં હોય એટલા માટે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ. બરાબર. તો કોઈ પણ પેડ ફોર્મમાં નોન પર્સનલ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન ઓફ આઈડિયાઝ, ગુડ્સ એન્ડ સર્વિસીસ બાય એન આઈડેન્ટિફાઈડ સ્પોન્સર which is called an advertising. Next, characteristics of advertising students. પહેલું જ છે, એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ એક પ્રમોશનલ ટૂલ છે. ઇટ ઇઝ અ ટૂલ ઓફ માર્કેટ પ્રમોશન. બીજું, નોન પર્સનલ છે, વ્યક્તિગત નથી. એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ કોઈ એક વ્યક્તિ માટે નથી, એના કસ્ટમર્સ એટલે ગ્રુપ ઓફ કસ્ટમર્સ અથવા ટાર્ગેટ માર્કેટ માટે જ બનાવેલી હોય છે. છતાં માનો કે બાળકોની એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ્સ, બાળકોની પ્રોડક્ટ્સ માટે હોય, સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ટેલિવિઝન ઉપર આવે તો બધા એને જોવે છે. It is not pinpointed for a particular public. It is a mass communication tool. બરાબર. એટલે નોન પર્સનલ છે. ઇટ ઇઝ નોટ પર્સનલ, વ્યક્તિગત નથી. બરાબર. પેઇડ ફોર્મમાં હોય. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ માટે કંપનીએ પે કરવું પડે, એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરાવવા માટે, એડવર્ટાઇઝ ડિઝાઇન કરવા માટે મીડિયા લોકોને પે કરવું પડે, એટલે પેઇડ ફોર્મમાં હોય. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગની વાઇડર એપ્લિકેબિલિટી છે, કારણ કે ઘણા બધા મીડિયાસ આવે છે. અને હવે તો સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ઇન્ટરનેટ એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ એટલે કે વેબસાઇટ એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ અને ઓનલાઈન એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગનો જમાનો આવ્યો છે, જેમાં પ્રોડક્ટ્સને માત્ર નેશનલ અને ઇન્ટરનેશનલ પ્લેટફોર્મ મળે છે. એટલે એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગની એપ્લિકેબિલિટી વાઇડ છે. બરાબર. દેન ઇટ ઇઝ હેવિંગ અ વેરાઇડ ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ્સ. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ અલગ અલગ ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ નવા પ્રોડક્ટ્સ માટે તો કે પ્રોડક્ટની અવેરનેસ ઇન્ક્રીઝ કરવા માટે, એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ પ્રોડક્ટ્સ તો સેલ ઇન્ક્રીઝ કરવા માટે, કસ્ટમર્સ લોયલ્ટી ક્રિએટ કરવા, કંપની માટે પ્રોફિટ અર્ન કરવા. there are varied objectives of the advertising. Fine. And there are different forms of advertising. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ માત્ર ખાલી ટેલિવિઝન ઉપર આવે એ જ એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ નથી સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ. એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ કેટલી બધી અલગ અલગ રીતે થાય. હોર્ડિંગ્સ, પોસ્ટર્સ, પેમ્પલેટ્સ, બ્રોશર્સ, કી ચેન્સ, બેગ્સ, radio, television, film or a cinema, internet. There are varieties of the tools or forms of the advertising. Barabar. And there are different medias that can be used for the advertising. And advertising is an art. Yes, it is an art, student, because of creativity that works lots for the advertising which is very creative, that ultimately can get the attention of the audience. So it is a creativity, it's an art, and it's a one way communication tool. તમે ટેલિવિઝન ઉપર એડ જુઓ છો તો કંપની તમારી સાથે કમ્યુનિકેટ કરે છે, સામે તમે ફીડબેક આપી શકતા નથી. સો એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ ઇઝ અ વન વે કમ્યુનિકેશન and there is element of truth sometimes. It is a debatable topic, students, but generally we'll see advertisements and we'll just have a faith on it. Yeah, yes, the company, whatever they are showing, the strength and the product benefits, that the same you are getting when you are purchasing the product. So these are the characteristics of the advertising, students. Fine. Now there are different objectives, and these are the objectives I have already discussed with you, students, in the form of promotion mix objectives. The same that I am repeating here, because these are the objectives of advertising. That is to inform the customers, telling the market about the new products, suggesting the new use of the products, informing the market for price change, exploring how the product works. So these are our general objectives, that is to inform the audience. Then next to persuade, that is to influence. એને કહેવાય અસર પહોંચાડવી. ઇન્ફ્લુઅન્સ એટલે કન્ઝ્યુમર્સને ઇન્ફ્લુઅન્સ કરવા, અટ્રેક્ટ કરવા. બિલ્ડિંગ બ્રાન્ડ પ્રેફરન્સ, એન્કરેજિંગ સ્વિચિંગ ટુ ધ બ્રાન્ડ્સ, ચેન્જિંગ બાયર પરસેપ્શન, that is product attributes, persuading buyers to purchase now, persuading buyers to receive the sale. So these are objectives the company keep in mind to persuade the consumers, and sometimes advertising is there to remind us. Now suppose if it is winter is coming and the advertisements of the sweater soles, firecrackers, festival sweets, that will remind us now the winter is coming and lots of festivals are coming. So it is reminding us to purchase certain new things. Fine. So advertising is there to remind buyers that the product may be needed in the near future and keeping it in buyers' minds during off seasons. Fine. So one of the objective of the advertising that is to remind the consumers. Fine. These are the same as what we have discussed in the objectives of the promotion mix. Now there are different types of media of the advertising, students. First one, that is press advertising, newspapers, magazines, journals, that you all know. Outdoor, that is posters, boards, electric displays, sandwich boards, business terms and conditions, and trains. Fine. And finally skywriting. Next will direct mail, that is circulars, envelopes, cards, price lists, catalogs, folders, booklets, letters. And there are other like media like audio visual media, radio and TV, cinema, slides. Fine. And exhibitions, loudspeakers, demonstration, posters, and telegraph department. So these are the different medias of the advertisement through that advertising is executed. Depending on the media, each media have its own merits and demerits, depending on its cost, depending on the merits and demerits, and depending on the company's objectives, fund available, and finally the cost of the media. The company will decide about which media to go for. દરેક મીડિયાની પોતાના મેરિટ્સ અને ડિમેરિટ્સ છે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ, કંપનીને કેટલું ફંડ અવેલેબલ છે, કંપનીના ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ્સ કયા છે, ટાઈપ ઓફ પ્રોડક્ટ. હમણાં જ આપણે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ આના પહેલાંનો જ લેક્ચર જે છે બરાબર દેટ ઇઝ રિલેટેડ ટુ ફેક્ટર્સ અફેક્ટિંગ પ્રમોશન મિક્સ, એટલે એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટમાં પણ ઘણા બધા મીડિયા છે, કયા મીડિયામાં એડવર્ટાઇઝ એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરવી એમાં ઘણા બધા ફેક્ટર્સ અસર કરતા હોય. ડિપેન્ડિંગ ઓન દેટ ધ કંપની વિલ સિલેક્ટ ધ મીડિયા ટુ advertise. Now there are benefits of the advertisements, importance of the advertisement, students. As lots of benefits advertising is offering to the company, offering to the customers, offering to the middleman, offering to the retailers, sales man and society. So advertising is very important tool, students, to the company and to all of the people. We will discuss one by one, students. Advertising benefits to manufacturers. As being a manufacturers, the manufacturer use advertising to introduce a new product, to create a demand for the products, to expand the market, and as these advertisement assist the personal selling. કારણ કે તમે શોરૂમ ઉપર જાઓ, કોઈ નવી પ્રોડક્ટ જુઓ છો તો તરત તમને એમ થાય કે આની એડ તો મેં જોઈ જ છે. Fine. So it's assist personal selling, and advertising is used to build the brand image. Fine. So it is very much benefited to manufacturers. Even students, advertising is very helpful for the company to expand the brand. Fine. Because brand બહુ જ એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ હોય પણ એને બૂસ્ટઅપ કરે કોઈ ઓફર્સ કે કંઈ પણ નવી મોડિફિકેશન્સ, નવા મોડિફિકેશન્સ આવ્યા હોય અને કંપની એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ્સ કરે તો કંપની લાર્જ માર્કેટ કવર કરી શકે, કંપની નેશનલમાંથી ઇન્ટરનેશનલ માર્કેટમાં જઈ શકે, બિકોઝ એડવર્ટાઇઝિંગ ગીવ ધ પ્લેટફોર્મ ટુ ધેમ. Next will be benefits to retailers. As retailers, all the middlemen, intermediaries, fine, because through advertisement તમે ડીમાર્ટ જુઓ છો, બિગ બજાર જુઓ છો બરાબર, advertising use કરે છે so that they can get the customer walk-ins. Fine. So advertising used by the retailers to increase the store image, to dispose of the old stock, offers, happiness, sales na 3 days celebrate करेंगे. as Big Bazaar is celebrating Wednesday Bazaar. Why? Because ultimately they can get the customers walk in, they can get the customers attention. Fine. Even through advertising, the retailers can inform the customers about the change in the timings, change in the products. Fine. Even through advertising, the company can reduce the overheads, કારણ કે સ્ટોક ફટાફટ ખાલી થઈ જાય એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ્સ આપીને, કંપનીને બહુ ઓવરહેડ સ્ટોક સાચવવો ન પડે, એના ઉપર ખર્ચા ન થાય, સ્ટોરેજના કોસ્ટ ન થાય, અને બીજા બધા ઓવરહેડ્સ ન થાય. ઇવન ધ સ્ટોર કેન ગેટ અ કન્ઝ્યુમર લોયલ્ટી because through advertising they can get a good image and their attention towards the store is increasing, and the retailers use advertising to quick sales turnover quickly. If they want to turn off the sales, like Big Bazaar, Reliance and DMart are big retailers, and they are using advertising tools specifically to just turnover of their, to get the quick turnover of their sales, फटाफट बेचाई जाए. When they inform their offers through advertising. Next will be advertising is benefited to customer students, because ultimately advertising is for the customers, to the customers, and advertising give lots of information to the customers, and it act as a reminding tool. Certain times we as a customer see advertisements in a television and it remind us to purchase certain things, fine. So advertising acts as a reminder. Advertising even lower down the product prices, because through advertising the company can increase the sales, and due to increase in the sales the company should produce more, so the company can get the economies of a large scale, and it will reduce the cost of the product. Naturally, company if advertising it, they know that the sale is increased and they need to provide the better quality of the products, and so advertising increases the better quality of the products, and the customers get the products which is the latest one, which is available in the market, that will raise the standard of living of the people. And finally, advertising guards against substitutes, because there are lots of substitutes available in the market, and through advertising you come to know that these are the right products, these are the wrong products, this is a duplicate one and this is original one, fine. So the customers is educated through advertisements about the latest availability of the available products, and that's why it increases the standard of living, and finally it guides the customers about the substitutes availability, fine. Now next students, advertisement, that is for the salesman, because there are lots of benefits of the advertisement that offered to the salesman too. Now advertisement benefited to the salesman. When you talk about salesman can make the selling very easy, it helps to block more orders, it helps the salesman to sell it out, because the brand is already established by the advertisement. For salesman it's become easy to sell the products because brand is already created. Salesmen having a sense of pride because they are selling the products which is already advertised, which is already branded, which is already created their image into the market. Salesmen get respect also, and they can get the quick buyer feedback. So advertising is benefited to the salesman too. Now advertising is not only benefited to the manufacturers, retailers, customers and the salesmen, students, but it is benefited to the society and a nation too, because as advertising increases the higher standard of living, and there will be the economic development, because the people are educated, people are informed through the advertisements about the availability of the products, people get latest technology products, and so that it will increase the economic development in terms of it will increase the sales, it will increase the GDP, because if advertisements creates the demand, automatically the company should produce more, and this is the reason the company can get a good growth and the economy too, fine. Advertising is beneficial for the media, because as media is also earning, so finance for the mass media is there when advertising is executed through the media. Advertising provides entertainment to the people. There are ads that will be liked by the people, the jingle mingle music and the execution of the theme, that is very much liked, and there are some of the advertisements people cannot forget in their lifetime. The slogans that will be created, the impact that is created on the customers, that long lasting, and that's why it is entertaining too. Even advertising is used for the public services, because there are lots of advertisement used to pass on certain social messages through advertisements. Government, companies and the NGOs pass on certain social messages to aware as well as to educate the customer. So it has a public service. And finally, advertisement provides employment, because advertising is one of the separate discipline, or you can say it is one of the area of marketing, because advertising is done by the people, to the people, for the people. So there are lots of people who get employment opportunities when company advertise through agencies, where company advertise, the media people, advertising creative staff, department workers, employees get job. Fine. An increase in the sales will lead to the increase in the growth and expansion in the industry too, and this will help the economy, this will help the nation in terms of generating employment opportunities. So these are the benefits of the advertisements, students, to the society, to the nation. That's it for my lecture, students. I am ending here, as I have discussed everything that is related to the advertisement. Now in the next upcoming sessions I will be discussing about the sales promotion and the other tools of promotion mix. Thank you, students. Good luck. Goodbye.